What's up, everybody? Today's video is going to be about Manchester United and all their signings they've made this summer. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first one I want to start off is the big one today. Benjamin Šeško, £85 million to Manchester United from RB Leipzig. 22 years old. I mean, for the strikers on the market, I mean, he's a good signing. I'm not gonna hate on him. I'm not gonna bash Šeško. He's obviously has a lot of potential in him. But when it comes to the price tag, it just always makes me question. But I also can't talk shit. I'm a Barca fan. Barca's spent countless money on dumb players or wasted, you know what I mean, just wasted huge transfer fees for no reason. But 85 million for Šeško, it sounds a little hefty, but it could be a signing that pushes Man U over the line. Personally, I believe Man U needs a midfielder to really step it up and get to that next level. But even with the Šeško signing, I have to be honest, and I have to say Man U has impressed me this summer with their signings. Like, okay, Cunha, and Wemo, sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Šeško, is there one other? No, I think that's it. And then Garnacho's probably going to leave here either tomorrow or by the end of the weekend. Garnacho's going to be out. There's so many rumors going on right now with him and Chelsea. It said he agreed personal terms, so they're just waiting on either the transfer fee agreement between the two clubs at that point, and we'll see how much he goes for. I think Chelsea's trying to hardball Man U right now, but we'll see how much. Either way, it's pure profit for Man United, so they can't really be too hard-ended by it. I mean, they need to sell Garnacho. He's not going to play for them, so sell him, get him out of the club. And with some of those funds, maybe you can fund the midfielder. I know there's a lot of rumors going around for Baleva. And Baleva, he's class. I'm not going to lie. He's very good. But again, with Man U, if they're willing to spend that much money, 105, I mean, I guess you do it right. Like, he's a difference maker. Yeah, I agree, but 105. Where are they getting this money from? That's where my question is. But it's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. If they pull off Baleva too, Man U, they have no excuse. Even now, to be honest, I was telling my friend at work. Well, he's just my friend, but he works with me as well. I told him Amorim has no excuses this season. None. Whether they sign a midfielder or not, you cannot spend 200 million pounds and call it a rebuild. I mean, well, it is a rebuild, but it's 200 million pounds. Like, I had commented on another YouTube video and saying that 200 million pounds is a blessing. I mean, as a Barca fan right now, I wish we had 200 million pounds to spend on we can't even fucking register a player. But anyway, 200 million pounds on the squad rebuild. You have, think about it. Okay, Man U has I used to make fun of my friend saying that they had no world-class players on their team, but now they have a few. I mean, to a certain extent, not like completely world-class, but they have the capability of reaching that level. I mean, you have Lenny Yoro, I think he's only going to turn 19 still, and he's impressed me with some of his performances. Obviously, you can only look so good when you have Matheus de Ligt and Onana and other players around you, but he's still managed to impress me with having traffic cones around him, and because of that, I really see the potential in him. And then when it comes to the midfield, obviously that's their weakest point. Ugarte was the most pointless signing. Even I've told my friend that from day one, ever since they got Ugarte. Ugarte is at max a 25 million pound player. There's no way you pay 60 million pounds for Ugarte. Don't get me wrong, Ugarte has his positives. He has his pros. He's a ball-winning midfielder, which is great when you're playing in Brazil or when you're playing in Argentina or you're playing for Brentford. You know what I mean? But when you're playing for Man United and you're trying to win trophies, you need to be able to win the ball and play with the ball at your feet. It's not a choice between one or the other. You look at players like Caicedo and you look at players like Baleva that they're trying to get. There's a reason they're trying to get those type of players. It's because they do both. Midfielders nowadays cannot just do one or the other. You have to be box to box, whether you're playing box to box in the system, or whether you're not. You have to have the capabilities to be box to box. Whether you're playing the 6, 8, it doesn't matter what part of midfield you're playing. You have to be able to have the capabilities of playing box to box. But from there, let's go back to the Šeško topic. And the 85 million pounds, when it comes to him, he needs to at least, I told my friend, he needs to at least bag 15 to 20 goals in all competitions next season. I'm not saying he needs to have 20 Premier League goals or 25 Premier League goals. I'm asking, give me 13 in the Premier League, give me 14, 15 in the Premier League, and give me 4 or 5 in the EFL Cup and FA Cup. And I don't think that's too much to ask for an 85 million pound striker. He's proven that he can score in the Bundesliga. And if you can score if you can score, you can score. Goal scorers are goal scorers. But the thing about Šeško, the type of vibe I get from him as a forward is, I don't really see him as. When you look at players like Suarez, Lewandowski, just natural goal scorers, they know where to put themselves, whether they have the ball or whether they don't have the ball. When I look at Šeško, I think he has amazing attributes that could lead to something amazing, like great. Because he's techie, he does have techs, and he's strong with the defenders to his back. But I don't think he has that natural goal scoring threat. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about. Like, when you play, like if you ever played football, you understand that, like, if you see your teammates about to shoot, like if you have that natural ability, you kind of just understand which direction the ball is going to end up being in, and you position yourself in a way to get that rebound, or just position yourself to be in certain goal scoring positions. So it's like, from Šeško, I don't really get those. I get the vibe that he scores a worldie every couple games, which is good. But if he's gonna be at Man United need consistent goals, and with Cunha and Buemo around him, I think they can feed him, and as well as Bruno Fernandes. But the only issue I see with that is if Man United gets dominated in the midfield, it doesn't matter if you have Šeško, and Buemo and Cunha up top. Someone has to win the ball to get them the ball. So it's like, you look at a team like Man United, I believe, have the same issue that Real Madrid have. Real Madrid have no sense of midfield structure at all right now. They like to, the fans like to hype up Tuchinemi and give him his credit, and Valverde, don't get me wrong, he's one of those players that every team would love to have. He's willing to do whatever sacrifice for the team. But when you look at a player like Valverde, he doesn't really have a natural midfield position. He just plays whatever filler role there is. Whatever Modric doesn't want to play, he played. Whatever Kroos didn't want to play, he played. So that's just what he does. But when you look, the only natural real midfielder I believe they have would be like Camavinga, to be honest. Because Camavinga is honestly, in my opinion, their best midfielder, but he's just always injured, which is unfortunate for them. Same thing Barca dealt with Pedri for a long time, but I believe he's their best midfielder, their only real natural midfielder. Because when you put Arda Güler in there, he's not a natural midfielder. He doesn't fit that role. So when we go back to Man United, you look at Man United and who are their natural midfielders? For the system that Amorim wants to play, who is going to fit in the central midfielders? You need 2 strong runners that are going to be able to push the ball forward and run back. Manuel Ugarte isn't doing that. He's winning the ball back for you, yeah. But we've seen it in the preseason games. He wins the ball back and he may lose it right away. As well as Casemiro. Casemiro, he used to be able to do that, but he's past his prime. You can't judge the man because of that. And Kobbie Mainoo, don't get me wrong, Kobbie Mainoo has amazing attributes and can reach great potentials as well, but I just don't think Amorim prefers him in that role. I mean, you look at Kobbie Mainoo in those roles and he just doesn't have I wouldn't say the physical capabilities either, but it's just he doesn't seem comfortable playing that type of role. He doesn't get his full potential out of himself playing that type of role. But it's up to Amorim to figure out what to do to make it mesh if they don't get another midfielder. I still have the same expectations out of Amorim and Man United. I believe, I was telling my friend, they have to get a top 5 finish, get some European football, as well as I think they should win either one of the. The FA Cup is more important, so I think they should win the FA Cup and at least make the semifinals of the EFL Cup. Please let me know if I'm being, the expectations are way too high, but I just don't believe a club can spend 200 million and not have instant impact. When you look at Barca, like Hansi Flick he spent what, the 60 million on Dani Olmo, and then Dani Olmo's hurt half the season, and he still made instant impact. Yeah, we have La Masia, but Man U has what I don't forgot what their academy is called. Sorry, Man U fans, but they have their academy as well, and they're known to have a good academy. So I don't know. I just don't believe you can spend 200 million pounds and have an excuse after that. So honestly, the pressure's on for Amorim as soon as the game starts. Excuse me. That first game against Arsenal, we'll see how they really play, to be honest, because it's hard to judge all preseason. You can tell the players are starting to adapt. The players are starting to mesh a little bit better. They're starting to enjoy playing Amorim style of football. But when you look at them play, when they're building up out of the back, they really have a clear goal, but they can't really achieve the goal a lot of the time. At least from the game that I watched, the most recent game, I believe it was against Everton, the 2-2 game. Lenny Yoro gets the ball to the back a lot of times, and he looks for some sort of midfielder to check in, to open up, to give him a lane, right? Or like to just give him an option. But it looks like nobody wants the ball, or when they do want the ball, there's just no room for them to get the ball because they have a man on their back, or they're just. And then Lenny Yoro either ends up having to play a long ball, or he just plays to his right back, and they just go back and forth between the five and the back, and it's just there's no real intent behind the way they play. But if they get a midfielder, that could change everything. We'll see what they do, and if they don't get a midfielder, then they'll have to just do with what they have, to be honest. And I still have high expectations for them. I mean, as long as they don't have injuries, injuries always could derail a season. But apart from that, I think Man U should really get something out of this season. Well, that's my rant, basically, about Man United. I don't think I have anything else to say about them. I mean, I'm just going to say I'm jealous. Do I wish Barca could spend 200 million pounds? Shit, that'd be amazing. But that's not going to happen. And yeah, that'll be it. I mean, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your time. I'm hoping to keep making some more videos. This is the style of video I'm going to make. I'm starting to enjoy it. I'm starting to think about it at work, like, oh, what type of video should I make? And I think about it, but I should write it down because my dumb ass gets home and I forget. I always got to do shit, so I just always end up forgetting. But I just got to write it down and start thinking. And, well, I appreciate you guys for watching, even if it's only like 10 people or 5 people. Whoever watches it, I really appreciate it. And you guys have a good day. Thank you.